Fuck the system, die, no way.
Not sure exactly what it means, but
Hey guys, right, welcome back to another episode of Drunken Interviews. I'm here with
Steven.
and I want to know more about why he came to Japan, life in Japan, and yeah, man. There's a mouse. Ah, there's a mouse! So it's in the,
Where was it?
it's like,
Did it go past us?
it's under this table.
It's under this fucking table? Get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here.
yeah.
There's a rat that's right under our table
Is
right
it-
now.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse.
Was it Ueno Mickey Mouse?
Right? They gave it it has a name apparently.
How long have you been in Japan for?
I've been here for 4.5 years.
Are you liking Japan?
Yeah, I'm liking Japan a lot, but I'm a little bit biased because I came from another country and I can't help but compare the two. So I came from South Korea. That's where I was living for a long time. So when I came here, it was a new kind of culture shock living in Japan, and I'm still dealing with a lot of shit.
What are the main differences between living in Japan and Korea?
The language is I would say the one main difference is the language, because there's a lot more similarities in culture, I think, than there are differences. But in general, in Japan, people are very strict with the way they conduct themselves in public, and the feeling is that you don't mess around with, you don't disturb anybody in Japan. You have to be quiet. You don't ask strangers questions. You just kind of ignore everybody. And in Korea, it's the same thing, except it's just less. They're more laid back, a little bit more laid back than in Japan.
Yeah. They can't be themselves, and the only time they're themselves is when they're drunk. And just half an hour ago, we saw a fight just happen right behind us, like tables thrown over.
There's a lot of action happening at this table right here, from humans and from animals.
A rat just ran over my foot. So you've been in Japan for a while now. Have you ever felt like an alien, just out of place here?
All the time. All the time. Well, so
Amen.
I'm here as an English teacher. That's my job. So I'm living here, enjoying my life, and helping Japanese people study English. But they kind of don't want me to just be myself, and that's a big difference with Korea. In Korea, the school would hire me and say, "Steven, you're here to help our students have fun learning English and enjoy studying English. Just be yourself, and just be here on time. Be professional, but just be yourself. You don't have to learn Korean. You don't have to eat kimchi. You don't have to change for our culture. Just be yourself." Here, it's kind of like the opposite. Here, it's like, you don't speak Japanese. It's, you need to wear this colored shirt. You need to wear this tie. You need to do everything the right way. And this is not acceptable. Like speaking loudly, speaking on a train, you can't do that here.
Do you ever get the gaijin space? You basically where you sit on the train and the space next to you is the last one to go, or people hesitate to sit next to you.
Well, I don't wear a mask anymore in public. I don't wear a mask in public, and I do get some looks from people on the train. For that reason, I get looks, but nobody really won't sit next to me or anything like that.
I mean, for me, I get one type of person that wants to sit next to me, and it's those girls who have dark. They're basically as dark as me. The Japanese girls, tatted up, long fake eyelashes and plastic nails. We call them gyaru. You know those? They look like Barbie dolls.
Okay. All right.
Those girls, they're okay to sit next to me, very comfortable next to me. But the typical Japanese person, middle-aged, elderly,
Well, how do you feel sitting next to those girls?
Well, I have to.
You ever strike up a conversation and say hi?
I have to hide my boner first, and then, those girls are pretty freaky, man.
Well, I mean, they look hot from afar, but sometimes when you get close, it's not all what you thought it was.
Yeah. But one thing I love about them is that they're really honest and direct. They're crazy. They don't wear masks. They say what they feel. There's none of this hidden message. I get that a lot in Japan, where people are quite indirect.
That's
And-
true. And that's another Korean, that's a difference. In Korea, you cannot do that.
Really?
Like, nobody does that in Korea. Nobody is brave enough. There's no scene where you can step out of line like that. Unless you're actually a musician. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or an artist.
In terms of dating, is it easier to get laid in Japan or back home?
I would say here in Japan, definitely. And one of the reasons why is logistics. It's just easier to meet someone and go somewhere here than it is to drive around in USA.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, just to put it that way, I guess.
I would say, for me, in London, girls are easier, but girls here, you stand out more. So your options are better here, I feel, as a foreigner.
Yeah, we're considered like exotic.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
considered exotic, and like I'm middle-aged, and like I'm bald, and I'm short. Only here do people look at me like I'm something special, you know, and I know that, and I laugh about it, and that's just one of the perks about living overseas, is that we're something different.
Yeah. And there's actually this new trend. It's called passport bros. Have you heard that
No,
term?
teach me, what is a passport bro?
It's basically Western guys who are kind of fed up with dating Western girls, and they go over to like more traditional countries like South America, Asia, to find a girl there. What do you think about that?
I think that's been around for a while, but
Yeah.
they just have a new name for that, passport bro.
yeah,
That's not like I haven't been living in America, my country. I haven't been living in the USA for about 13 years, and I didn't come here at all for that reason. I came here because like I was miserable in the USA, and I just wanted to get away for a year where I had a supposedly what was supposed to be a fun job and just like learning totally like a new culture and new food, just to get away for a year and clear my head and then come back to USA. And it ended up going to Korea that first year was like a fucking dream come true. It was a dream come true. Korea saved me from the misery that I was going through in USA. And the fact that when I first got to Korea, the first week, then I noticed the women. And I'm just saying to myself, oh my God, everybody I'm seeing is like at least cute. Like if I see like 20 women walk by, it's like 12 or 15 of them are at least cute. I'm like, when is it the minimum or the minority of them are actually like not that attractive, if I can say that. So that was a bonus that everybody's beautiful and in Korea. So that I wasn't even expecting that. I didn't even know what kimchi was when I went to Korea.
Yeah, I mean, when I first came to Japan, I only planned to stay for 1 year, but then I was like, fuck, man, like, nice girls, a new adventure. I loved it. If I stay in one country forever, it's a bit of a waste. And I loved it so much here that when I went back to the UK, it's like, no offense, but UK girls are kind of average and a bit, what's the word, entitled. So they think they're like 10s. But
if you're somebody who's conservative, kind of like if you're kind of conservative, if you lean conservative, the women here are very traditional. And they love their role, whatever that is, and they're not trying to be something different. They're not trying to, I don't know, they're just not following every single, like, they're not getting a lot of pressure to follow trends as much as Western trends I'm talking about. Clothing, in Korea, they're under pressure to get a plastic surgery and all kinds of stuff like that. That's a different thing. That's a whole different topic. You don't have to worry about just being yourself or saying the wrong thing or anything like that. It's a lot. You have a lot of freedom to just enjoy yourself. Did you see that, by the way?
The rats?
Yeah. You see that? There's a rat walking. That was quite, and it was brown too. It's actually a good-looking, beautiful rat, huh?
Yeah.
He's walking around looking for scraps, but I'm eating all the scraps here. So.
Did he walk back?
Yeah, he just went over that way.
Okay, fucking rat. Oh, do you want to plug your channel?
You guys know how awesome Mark's videos are about his fragrances that he's talking about, and do you know where he gets half of them from? Can you guess? So I love fragrances. It's one of my passions too, and in Japan, it's an amazing place if you like classic perfumes because fragrances aren't a thing here. Very few people care about fragrances. they sell them here. You can get all the Chanel and Dior and Bulgari until you go crazy, but they spray it on, they wear it once, and then they sell it again on the internet. They get rid of it, and I pick a lot of this stuff up that's like 20, 30, 40 years old. Treasures that are very expensive and hard to find anywhere else outside of Japan. So my channel is eaudetreasure, and it's just about me looking at these amazing fragrances that I get, and I just show you what the bottles look like, what the box looks like. I don't do reviews really, because there's a million channels doing reviews. Mark's reviews are great. My angle is just showing you something really cool that I found in Japan. So eaudetreasure, check it out if you like vintage fragrances or just want to see a different kind of fragrance video.
Nice one.